Hello, everyone. I think we got it tonight. Hi, Candy. Hi, Walter. Hi, Penny. So good to see you. All right. And everything seems to be working tonight. Yes. I'm just going to get this into my holder a little bit better. How's everybody doing this evening? We are going to make a super fun card. It's going to be a little messy. That's okay. Candy says, yep, you're live, right? Yay. And live and the camera is turned the appropriate way. I put it on the first two times and it insisted I had to be portrait, but I figured it out. Okay, tonight's bundle. I'm so excited. Tonight's bundle is going to be super fun. It's like really elegant and classic. And we're going to talk about glitter glazes and chroma glazes and embossing powders. It's going to be fun. Okay, let's talk about our bundle for this evening. So the regular price on tonight's bundle is $89 and a couple cents. I forgot the total amount. And then the price for tonight is $50 with everything bundled together. So a couple of things you're going to get. You're going to get some papers. There is Raven black cardstock as well as Perfect Blend cardstock in the kit tonight. There is also, believe it is 10 card bases, A2 card bases. There is this adorable mixed media stencil. This is the X pattern stencil. And then all of these fun little goodies and a stamp set. So that's pretty good. This is the Cut Above stamp set, which I believe was the stamp of the month at one point. It's like a little scissors, so cute, really elegant, and it has that kind of like vintage look to it, which is really pretty. There is embossing ink, sterling embossing powder, pearl embossing powder. We're actually not going to use the pearl embossing powder tonight. There is silver glitter glaze, which we are going to use tonight. There is crystals, which we are also going to use tonight. There is some aqua pigment and pearl. This is like my favorite color. You can see like this one's almost empty. This is my favorite. One of my favorite aqua pigments. This is in the bundle. We're actually not going to use it on our card project tonight, but that's okay. There's also a 6x6 paper pad called Black Pearl that I do not have. That is included in the bundle. It's a really good pad though. Really, really good pad. And now it looks like I am possibly locking up. Let's hope that that'll stop in a second. Go. Maybe we're good now? Are we good now? I don't know why. It's there. All right. So we're having a little bit of like buffering stuff going on. Yeah. Hi, Kelly. Candy says pearl is the best aqua pigment. I 100% agree. All right. I think we're back live and we're good. My internet. Not cool. Okay, so let's get started. Let's just dig right in. I'm going to start with the stencil and some of the black Raven cardstock. This is cut down to 4 by 5 1/4. So 4 this way, 5 1/4 this way, which means it will fit quite lovely with a little white border on our card base, which is what we want. I am going to go ahead and probably like, there is no like back or front to a stencil. I don't know why I feel the need to like turn it over. That's just me. Don't mind me. Oh, good. It's white. Good, good, good. Katie says white doesn't like cameras. You're good. Oh, good. Whew. I was kidding. So I'm like, no, it hasn't been the best. Like September has not been the best month for lives. We've had like so many like technical snafus. So the top of my black cardstock, I'm going to line it up with the top of this little X. I am actually going to be mindful about where I place the cardstock because I don't want my X's to be crooked. We like nice straight lines. We're going for like a really elegant, classy card tonight. So I want to get this stencil just perfectly on there where it's not going to be crooked at all. No crooked X's. I am going to bring in from my stash Chroma Glaze in silver. This is a gorgeous Chroma Glaze. We are going to play with it and use it, put it through our stencil first tonight. We're actually going to talk about layering mediums on with stencils and how we can layer different types of mediums on top of each other. So this is the silver. Now I want you to take a look at how this looks in the jar. Like it looks like it's like, I don't know, almost like a bluey gray color, not very attractive. Wait till it dries, which you're gonna get to see because of course I have it like one already dry because it takes forever. But so I'm just gonna go ahead and put a nice coating of this through the stencil. So true story, I'm gonna tell you a story tonight. Anybody around here just likes to play with stuff? If you're an experimenter, I'm like a little mad scientist in my craft room. I like to experiment with stuff. I like to just, I'm not stingy with my scrapbook mediums. I'm not stingy with my mixed media stuff. I'm like, use it. Use a lot of it. Use it all up. Because sitting in a jar and isn't going to help anybody. No one gets to enjoy it when it's in a jar. Use it, use it, use it. So last night, while I was kind of designing this card and putting together what I wanted, I was texting Heather back and forth. And I asked her if there was any possible way that she thought you could use Chroma Glaze almost like embossing paste. Has anybody used embossing paste before? Do you know how that works and what it does? Hi, Isis. So good to see you. So I'm going to pull this off, and I have my little stencil bucket, sudsy water over here, which means I can clean this right up. I love that thing. And here is our little panel. So anyway, or not Candy. Heather's like, I don't know if that'll work or not. And I was like, well, I'm going to try it because I'm a mad scientist. So I did. Do you want to see how it worked? I'll show you that at the end. So here is our X stencil with the glaze. Now this will take a really long time to dry. Probably, I live where it is humid, and like today it's super damp and we're getting the little bits of the what's it called? The little bits of the hurricane today. So it's literally has never stopped raining all day. So I know this will take like all night and probably even into tomorrow morning to be dry. So you'll be happy to know that I did these all ahead for you. So I have one all dry. Here we go. So this is what that silver Chroma Glaze looks like when it dries. So cute. I love it. It's like this gunmetal gray. So different, right? I think it always amazes me how different they look. It always amazes me how different they look, like from dry and wet. Yes. I love clay. I am a player. And when I say that, I mean I like to play with my mediums, my mixed media stuff, and mix them up and see what I can do with them. So we need our stencil again, which I'm just going to quickly wipe off. In my little stencil, bucket bin, you know, the little stencil thing. And I can dry it off. The magic of television. Yes, Isis, magic of television for sure. So when I did the stencil last night and used it like embossing paste, I'm going to show you how it turned out. Because it did work. I was super excited about it. My little mad scientist moment. So, of course, it's not perfect. You're not supposed to get, I should say that I'm breaking rules here because you're not supposed to get chroma mist. You're not supposed to hit it with a heat tool. So what I did was, just put it here. I put the chroma glaze through the stencil, and then I coated it with embossing powder. Then I set it aside and let it dry, and I think I didn't leave it dry long enough. I think if I had left it dry longer, it might have been a little bit smoother, but I was impatient. So I let it dry a little bit, and then I hit it with my heat tool. And of course, it kind of bubbled. You can kind of see, like, it did all this, like, funky, I don't know if you can see real good or not. It did all this, like, amazing, like, textury stuff because it kind of bubbled up a little bit. Like I said, though, I'm pretty sure that if I had let it dry just a tad bit longer, it wouldn't have, it maybe would have dried a little smoother. But I just hit it with a heat tool real quick till the embossing powder was melted, and it turned out pretty cool. Like, it's super textury where it bubbled, but if you've ever used embossing paste, sometimes that happens with that too. So just a cute little, you know, thing you can do as well. I will always be a little mad scientist. So if you ever have questions or you're like, I wonder if I can do this, I'm willing to try just about everything. All right, this is pretty good and dry here. Oh, Isis asked about the stencils. I have no idea. I have no idea what the stencils are, or I got nothing. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this exact same stencil, and I'm going to line it up right over my chroma glaze. Now, the chroma glaze is dry. That's very important. I'm lining the stencil up right over, right back over. Yep, you can do that. And I'm just making sure that I've got it really good and lined up. And then I'm going to put a little bit of tape on the back so that it'll hold it in place. Line it right up. Okay, then I'm going to take the glitter glaze. So glitter glaze is pretty translucent, right? You need something underneath it. This is the silver glitter glaze. And I love the way glitter glaze smells. I don't know what they put in this stuff, but it smells so good. It's the best smelling mixed media anything I've ever used. And I'm dropping stuff. Sigh. Butterfingers tonight. So once this is completely Once your chroma glaze is completely dry, you've lined your stencil back up. Then we're going to do the glitter glaze. And we're going to put it down here. I never take glitter glaze out of the jar and go right here. And if I do, something bad always happens because glitter glaze reacts with things in ways you might not expect it to. Like if you put this over something that's been ink blended, for example, the ink will come will reactivate, it'll come back, it'll like color your glitter glaze. So I always try really hard to make it a point to not use it straight from the jar onto a stencil or onto anything, but to always like scoop some up and put it on your mat. So we're going to go ahead. And this also takes a good while to dry. So this is a card project that you maybe want to do when you have a really busy week, because then you can just do like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, get a little taste of that craftiness. And then the rest of the time, your background can be drying. Looks so pretty. And of course, this is the magic of television. So, ta-da! We have one that's already dry and ready to go. I encourage you all to sniff the glue. Francie says stop sniffing the glue. I encourage you all to sniff the glue, the glitter glaze. Not glue necessarily, but the glitter glaze, sniff it. It smells so good. There's no like warning on it that says you can't sniff it. So I say go for it. Hi, Nikki. Okay. Again, right into the suds, right into that lovely little tray. Love that thing. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Yes. Isis, you said it best. Glitter glaze smells amazing. It does. So tomorrow I'll grab like a good cleaner and clean off my glass mat. Tonight I'm just gonna quickly wipe it down so we can keep plugging away on our card project. So here, I hope you can see it. The glitter is the part that I want you to be able to see. It's so pretty, right? So, so, so pretty. Now for my card, I have gone ahead and done some of the prep work because I want to do a little bit of heat embossing, but I didn't want to do a ton of heat embossing. So I have the little sentiment, which is heat embossed in the silver embossing powder, which is part of the bundle tonight. And then I just used a little circle punch from my stash to punch out a little circle. And then I put a little bit of that embossing powder on the edges, and we're actually going to do that all around the outside edge of the card. I do like a finished edge on my card. And then I went ahead and fussy cut and heat embossed 3 little scissor embellishments. And we can pop these up, and we're going to add some accents to them and do some different things with them. But I did those off camera before I started, just to make it easier. And plus, I felt like we would have sat here for 20 minutes with me just heat embossing stuff. And that's no fun for you guys. You can't even talk over it or anything. It's just like me not speaking and you hearing the roar of the heat tool. So that was my thought process behind doing some of this ahead of time. Issa says smelling it is giving you inspiration. Hey, you know what? Whatever gives you the inspiration, you go for it. The lavender squeaky clean is pretty good too, Francie. Francie says that smells good. The one that I seriously cannot get enough of is that peach one. The peach one is the bomb. Smells so good. So I think we have done this before where we use the edge of the embossing powder. I'm going to get my little powder bag because I don't want to end up with embossing powder that's like sprinkled around, right? That's not what we're going for here. We're not going for messy. We're going for like elegant and classy looking. So I'm just going to use the powder bag all around the very, very edges of the card. And then when I add the ink will just be, and the embossing powder, it should stay just where I put it. Okay. Which one is okay, so I just got one in, Issa says, oh yes, there's that too, and Rainbow Squeaky Clean. So many fabulous scents, though I know those who have sensitivities, it's not so fabulous for them. So first of all, there's a matte mist. Is there a matte mist that's lavender? I think there is. That or hydrangea? Is it hydrangea maybe? There is a matte mist that I cannot, and my eyes water. I have to buy the unscented matte mist because whatever that other floral scent is, oh my gosh. And I don't have like a ton of allergies, but it just like knocks me for a loop. I think I have Rainbow Ice. I think that's the name of the other scent of Squeaky Clean that I have. Oh, bye, Isis. Have a lovely evening. So I am taking, this is the Gross, Dirty, Disgusting embossing pad. So I have one that's like all chewed up and I have one that's pretty pristine. The one that's pristine is the one that I use for stamping and heat embossing. This one, this all chewed up one, is the one that I used for techniques. Because, as stated previously, I'm a little mad scientist. And I do stuff like this. So I love to do this with embossing powder. The other thing I love to do with embossing powder, which we've already done, I'm pretty sure one evening we did this. We did the where you put layers and layers and layers of it on. Oh, that's so good. That's such an awesome technique. And then have any of you ever, if you ever go get fake flowers, this is crazy. Here's a little mad scientist for you. If you ever go and buy fake flowers for, you know, a holiday or an event or whatever, and you want to do something fun with your fake flowers, coat the tips of the fake flowers with embossing ink, and then dip the fake flowers into embossing powder. Now, when you go to heat them, this is where it gets a little tricky. Do let your heat tool get really hot before you put it anywhere near the flowers, and do it in little spurts. So you like bring the heat tool and you're like, whoosh, bah, make it go away. Then come over again and go away. And if you do it right and you don't melt your flowers, it looks really cool. It looks lovely. You can also do it with like little leaves and different things. I'm going to tell you all this stuff. You're going to like burn your houses down. And don't do what I do. Don't, just never mind me. Like I said, mad scientist. Okay, so here's the heat tool. Clothespin, so everything, I don't burn my fingers. I think it's the hydrangea one, Candy. It's the hydrangea one that makes my Yeah, the matte, it's the matte mist, whatever that floral. Oh, traumatized me. Cinnamon heart. Oh, yes. The cinnamon heart one, it smells really good too. I don't like the, well, I can't say I don't like the floral smells. They don't like me. Well, see, you know what? That's why you're, I'm a mad sign. Walter says he'll stick to the metallic marker to avoid having the fire department shop. Okay. Probably the best option, actually. So you've all seen Jurassic Park, right? Probably, I'm sure. So you know the part in the first Jurassic Park where Jeff Goldblum says, "You were so busy worrying about if you could do it, you didn't stop to think if you should." That's me with my mixed media stuff in my scrap room. With my scrap room. Like, I wonder if, and then I just jump in and see if it can be done or not. So this is just paper towel, and I'm just getting the rest of that powder from the embossing bag off. That'll give me a better idea of where our little gold edge is. I have never, okay, so I think I've done I've tried the pumpkin donut. I've done cinnamon apple pie, hot chocolate. That sounds really yummy. I haven't tried that one yet, but that sounds like something that I would enjoy. Kate says she likes all the smells. Yes, all the smells are good. Okay. Yes, Nikki says I love Jeff Goldblum. So do I. He is one I will often quote at times in my life. All right. So here's our now. Hope you guys can see the etching here. Like, how awesome. Back to our regularly scheduled program. No more commercials about the goofy stuff I do. Look at that little edge. Like, isn't that gorgeous? I love it. I love adding those little edges to things. I've done it to scrapbook pages. I've done it to cards, and I just love it. Gold, silver, doesn't matter. So I think we're going to pop this up, but I imagine first we would want to attach our little elements. So I have 2 white scissors and a black scissor. And then we have our little sentiment piece. So the idea was my idea was to have them in some way kind of go across the more bottom part of my card. So we can put, there's no wrong way of doing this. You know what? We could even add like double foam. So we can put some foam squares on the back, and then we can put more foam on our sentiment to really give all of this some lift. So here's what I'm thinking. Yay or nay? Do we like that? That combination? Nikki says, what color? The pearl? Nikki says, I added shimmer mist to my scrapbook page today. Was it the pearl one? The pearl one is so gorgeous. I love that. I throw that on all my scrapbook pages if I think it'll work. Do we like this combination here? Another thing I've done, speaking of scrapbook pages, so this little edge, I have a scrapbook page that I just did recently where I used the rose gold embossing powder, and I did this all along the outside edge of the scrapbook page. So nice. So nice. It's stunning. I love how it turned out. I glue down my scissors because I am gluing paper to all of this glitter glaze. And I want it to stick really good. So I'm putting a decent amount of glue on here, and then I'm also going to hold it for a little bit. In place. Sometimes when you are adhering things to mixed media products, they can get a little temperamental and not want to stick, but usually wet glue works real well. The other thing that will work, if the wet glue seems to not want to adhere right, another good one is like a red line tape. That's a good one too. Thank you, Nikki. Okay. Here's our last one. These scissors are so cute. I am the girl who loves the vintage stuff. So like these little scissors, or the those that like Victorian style. Really, really love that. What color is your favorite chroma, Miss Nikki? Hi, Mari. So good to see you. So we're just going to hold this down and get that good and adhered. And now we can add our little sentiment piece. Get our foam tape here. Sorry if my, ooh. Houston, we have a problem. There we go. Have I ever told you the story of how my setup is up here for with my video? I don't know if I know I've done it, like I've talked about it on my channel because it's like super funny, but I don't know if I've ever told you guys how this works. So my camera is attached to, well, let me go back a little bit further. My children are musicians, both of them. So my youngest son plays guitar and piano. My oldest son plays bass guitar. And we have musical stuff everywhere in my house, in my attic, just all kinds of places. So when I started my YouTube channel, maybe a little bit after I started my YouTube channel, my kids went up into the attic and they got an old mic boom. And they rigged it all up to be a standalone camera holder. So what holds my camera here, right here, is this whole microphone boom. And I will never replace it just because there's such a cute story behind it. And it's totally sentimental. But over the course of the years I've had my YouTube channel, which my YouTube channel is almost 9 years old. We have nicknamed this microphone boom that holds my camera Franken Boom. So there's my little story for today. Let me catch up on my comments here. So Nikki says she got a whole bunch of the Tim Holtz vintage ephemera. That isn't my style. Some of that ephemera I like. Some of it, it's not my style either. White chroma mist is really good. And a red chroma pen. My favorite color is pink. This foam tape is the Easy Strips, and it is in the Bruce Monroe shop. I am unsure if it is in stock right now. It goes in and out of stock super quick. So I'm not 100% sure if it is in stock or not. Oh, okay. Yeah, Mari says that looks like the Bruce Monroe tape that they're waiting for shipping. Yes, it comes in stock and it comes in and goes out of stock very quickly. Yeah. Yeah. Candy says it's supposed to be in stock this week or next, so it will come back. And it lasts forever. So I think I got this roll in. I got it at Create Your Own Ending. Was that July? And if you figure I probably use it every day, multiple times a day, this lasts pretty good. You have a lot of tape there. You're set. There we go. Someone just put the sign up in. So you can click on the link in the chat, and then when you go there, you can sign up to be notified when it comes back into stock. And it's really, really good tape. Very, very good. Okay, so there is our card base. We're ready to put this on, and then we can bling. Candy said yes, it was in July. So almost 3 months. And I still have a decent amount still there. And you see I'm not stingy with it. And I probably use it like every day. So you definitely will get a lot of use out of a roll of tape. Okay, line this up. So Nikki, definitely go up into the comments and grab the link to sign up so it lets you know next time it comes back into stock so you can grab some. So we have a little bit of lift here from our card panel. Then we have a little bit more lift from on our sentiment. Super cute. And then part of the kit tonight also has this pretty crystal colored gems. I have a not quite that many. Put some gems in my little triangle. I have my pick and stick tool, my wet glue. Okay, so let's do 3 little gems here to start. We're probably going to need more though. And then, yes, definitely need more. We'll do 3 over here and 3 over here. And that will, we have kind of like a border type design going across this bottom part of the card. And so adding the gems will kind of finish that border design off. I don't know what was wrong with that gem. It didn't like my glue, apparently. Didn't want to stick. It's definitely the gem's the fault, though, because the rest went on just perfectly. Oh, bye, Nikki. Thanks for stopping in and saying hello. My little Franken boom is still a little crooked. There we go. Thank you, Ellen. Ellen says you got lift, Sarah. Yep, we like lift. Good liftage. Always important. Is Francie still here? I was watching her favorite friend this afternoon. She was telling me how dimension is life. Francie's favorite friend. So, yes, this went pretty fast tonight. We're a little bit ahead of time. Okay, does anyone have any questions they want to ask me? Any questions about the bundles? Any questions about tonight's projects? If you're just tuning in and you missed a part and you have a question about it, you can leave that in the comments. Look how pretty. I love all the silver. I just love this like silver and the black and the white, and this elegant kind of look. Very, very in my wheelhouse and gorgeous. Absolutely love it. Yes. Francie said, which one, Laura? Yeah, Laura. Oh, Ellen asks, what is the meaning of life? Wait, hold on. I know the answer to this. I have seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy more times than I care to mention. And I can't remember the number. It's a number. 40, is it 42? Possibly 42. Now I need to go watch Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. 42, I was right. Just took me a minute. I mean, for as much as I've seen that movie and read the book, because I was around when the book came out, and I read the book too. But in card making, it's dimension. Correct. Francie's correct. In card making, it is dimension, and we have the dimension tonight. All right. I guess we're going to stop early then this evening because we are good to go. Our card is done. It is gorgeous. We have deduced the meaning of life. It's 42 and dimension. Kelly asked, do you know what the stencil design is for yesterday and today? No, I am just like you. Bated breath, been checking the website all day. I have no clue. I have no idea. I'm super excited to find out, though. All right, everyone. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. If you are interested in getting this bundle, be sure to head down in the description box. There's a link to it there so that you can grab it. And if you want some foam tape, you can grab that too. Penny asked, has anybody let Christopher know it's not showing? What, the stencils? Oh, I thought it was on purpose. Oh, okay. Yeah, Candy said it'll be posted tomorrow. He said it on Facebook. I thought it was on purpose that they weren't showing. So yeah, they haven't been revealed yet. Okay, see, Candy has all the answers. The server is being updated after, oh, SCT. So they had the Crop and Crate event this weekend. All right, sounds good, everyone. Well, you all have a fabulous, fabulous evening. I'm so glad Penny is back. Thank you for coming and helping me out, Candy. You're so welcome, Kate. Kate says thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night, everyone. And I will see you again next Monday. All right.